Hey everyone, in today's video I want to take a look at this little red box that I've got connected to this monitor and one connected to my camera. It's this wireless video transmission system. It's called the Shimbol TP Mini wireless video transmission. It's got 600 feet of distance that it can do, and it's a really cool product for a really low price. These products were actually sent to me by Shimbol. This is not a sponsored video. I don't get any money for this. It's just they sent me a product and I get to review it and show you guys what it's about. So this product here is the Shimbol TP Mini. I'll have everything linked down in the description below. If you're interested in checking those out at any time, you can click that link in the description below. I've never owned a video wireless transmission system because typically they're very expensive. This one here is $89, and I think that's their main selling point. It's such an affordable price for a good wireless video transmission system. For $89 US, or I think $120 Canadian dollars, you get a functional wireless transmission system that you can use for maybe shooting yourself like this, talking head or B-roll of yourself, because YouTube videos you need to film yourself a lot. Or you can use it for like some kind of director's monitor that you want. Like I've got it set up right now. I could unscrew this thing off and I could take this thing and move around and look at myself and look at maybe what the DP is doing somewhere else, and I can see what's happening on this little monitor. So it's a really cool system that way. I did read online that maybe the latency on this, which I think is 70 millihertz between these two, is maybe a little bit too slow for a wireless follow focus system. I don't have a wireless follow focus system, so I couldn't test that out and let you know. But maybe if you are doing that, maybe look into a product that's a little bit more expensive. But as far as a director's monitor or looking at yourself and filming yourself like this, or sometimes I use it for multi-camera when I have another camera set up somewhere else and I want to look at that setup while I'm on this camera, then you can use this to monitor both. As far as what comes in the box, it comes with a transponder and a receiver on here. It's got just a little marking on there. It says, this one says a RX and that one will say a TX, and that's how you can distinguish the two. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. What comes in the box is just the two, so you're gonna need to get some batteries. I didn't have to purchase anything to build this system. Actually, I already had the batteries, so you need the MPF batteries that you have here. Two on this, one on the monitor and one on your receiver, and then one on your transponder. So you need 3 batteries or some other thing. I think they have the USB-C on the back actually, so you could power them through about 5-volt USB-C if you'd rather go that way. As far as how do you use them, they're very simple. It's just got 3 buttons. You've got your power button on there, it's a little switch, and you've got a stop and a play button. Basically, you turn them both on and you click the little play button on both of them and they will sync right up. I've noticed that once they sync, which takes a couple seconds, once they sync, they don't unsync. They are perfect. I've used them around my house, between rooms, upstairs, downstairs, and they work flawlessly. They're awesome in that way. So I've noticed that I've really enjoyed not having to worry about them disconnecting. In the past, before using these, I've had to use like the monitor and control app from Sony, which is a great app. I love it. I sometimes even use it. Owning these, I still will choose to use that if I want a smaller setup and I'm just filming myself or something like that. So different tools, different jobs. But I've had to use that before, and sometimes it disconnects, sometimes it's unreliable, sometimes connecting takes forever. You know what it's like. Also, you get the ability to be able to connect it to a monitor like this one. This is not a very expensive monitor, by the way. This is just a freewheel monitor, but still, you get to connect it to a monitor that has like false color, your focus assist, zebras, your scopes, those kind of things. So you're able to monitor yourself, make sure your exposure is right, see if you're sharp. It's also neat that the transponder has a bypass. So that means it's got an HDMI in and an HDMI out. So that means you could use another monitor on your camera. Let's say you are the DP and you want to be able to still have a feed going through to your monitor. You could have a bypass, and then this one has 2 HDMI outs. So if you want to connect 2 different monitors, you could still do that on this one. One other thing I want to do today is go test out the range. I'm excited to see how far this will be. This is not a scientific test. It does say it can do up to 600 feet on line of sight. So I'm just going to go take them out and basically set it up and walk away from it and see how far before they disconnect. So we're gonna go check that out in just a minute. The build quality is awesome. I do enjoy how they built them. They're nice and small, tiny. I can make a small build on my camera. I did just a very simple build. You could probably do a much better job than what I did. I just put a transponder on my camera with a little hot shoe mount on the camera on the monitor here. I just friction armed the top, and then I used an extra HDMI cord that I had. This one here is not the best. As you can see, I'd like to maybe get a smaller one that coils up a little bit tighter, just so that it's not that big. Other than that, I think it's okay, it's usable. You can probably spend a little bit more money and make it a little bit more functional, maybe put a grip on it so you can actually hold it somehow as far as your monitor goes. But this worked for me to be able to test out if I liked them and how they are functional. So build quality is great. They're made out of this kind of metal casing. They are red, so if you don't like red and you don't like red on your rig, maybe that is something to consider. But you know, it's okay. I like black, but red's okay. So let's go ahead and test those out, and let's go see how they perform outside and see how far we can get them to go. So I've got the camera filming the monitor here, so hopefully you guys can see that. I'm just gonna walk away, and I've got my phone tracking on Strava the steps. So hopefully this works. All right, here we go. Oh, there, we started seeing a little bit of loss. You can see how the trees are a little choppy there, but it's still working. I'm still getting a signal. All right, so I just got back here and I walked 0.25 of a kilometer and I still had signal. It was very choppy and completely unusable. At around 0.2 is when it started getting really choppy. So I would say anything under that. 0.2 of a kilometer is around 656 feet. So I would say the 600 feet that they advertise is about accurate. Anything under that, I got really good signal at a clear line of sight. So yeah, that's the result. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, consider staying around, subscribing to the channel. I'd love to chat with you guys in the comments. I love you guys' questions. Thank you so much for watching these videos, liking these videos. I'll be posting more things like this. I post filmmaking stuff, tutorials, maybe some reviews like this, and then I do some more story things that is more what I'm passionate about. So if you enjoy those kind of things and you'd like to watch more of my videos, go ahead and watch them. They're gonna be everywhere. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys all, and I will see you guys in the next video.